Join us for a break.
A boba break. I'm your host, Zara,
And I'm your co host, Grace.
and today we're talking about bad roommates, terrible roommates, even. But before that, what are you drinking?
Well, you see, I was supposed to be drinking something from my favorite cafe down the street, but it's snowing too hard for me to leave my house. So instead, I'm just drinking a normal cinnamon latte.
Hey, listen, it sounds good though. It sounds delicious.
It's mid, actually.
Oh, ooh, yikes.
I don't have any sweetener, so I'm just really winging it with I have like this cold foam in a can. That's the only thing that's
Mhm.
sweetening it right now, and it's kind of whack, not gonna lie.
Damn.
Anyway, so what are you drinking?
Okay, well, we had this conversation before we started the podcast, but I walked to the cafe near my house and I got a strawberries and cream drink with like pieces of actual strawberries in it and then strawberry jelly and strawberry popping pearls, and it is delicious.
That sounds bomb as fuck. Honestly, I'm jealous.
Mhm. It's
We
so good.
switched roles this time. This time you're having boba.
Yeah, exactly.
Evens it out.
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
like I need to since, first episode I didn't have any boba. It just felt wrong.
it really did. I have to learn. I want to learn how to make boba good. I should probably just consult my roommate because she knows how to make boba.
Oh my god. Wait, can I tell you a story of me trying to make boba last week?
Absolutely, please.
So I have these kits for making like the instant milk tea and then
Ooh,
making the boba at home. And I followed the directions to a T for boiling the tapioca pearls and mixing them every so often, making sure that they were all separated before throwing them into the pan to boil. And it did not turn out right. It was one clump of tapioca pearl, and it didn't sweeten the way it was supposed to because I put it into the syrup that I had the directions on how to make, and then it said leave it in there for 5 to 20 minutes. So I left it in there for 20 minutes and it was not good. It was just one clump. It was
um,
a disaster.
those kits are always horrid.
Okay, great. I'm glad it wasn't just me being
I
incompetent.
I have like 5 kits at the top of my cabinet that I've literally never used because I know how horrible they are. But I can't throw them out because they were a gift like 2 years ago.
On the bright side, the Thai tea that came in the kit was really good,
Ooh.
but the boba was a bust.
Speaking of Thai tea, my roommate also makes really bomb Thai tea. Like,
Ooh.
to the point where, like, I beg her to make it. I'll, like, text her and I'll be like, "So, you went home for the weekend. Does that mean you went to the store down there and got Thai tea and boba? Like, can you please make it? Pretty please?"
Make me some, please, please.
I literally beg her, and she thinks it's so funny.
Listen, it's great to have good roommates like that, but, you know, sometimes you also have bad roommates.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. I think we should start with my coworker's story.
Okay.
I feel like I should just give my coworker a name that we stick by. Um, okay, so let's start with my coworker's story, who I will call Coco for the sake of privacy. Um, I don't think I even know her real roommate's name, so it doesn't matter. But she asked me to put this in. And honestly, I think about this quite frequently, but she's a vapor.
Mhm.
Her and her roommates, they all vape. That sounded like an insult, and I feel like that's not what I meant. And I'm telling this off the top of my head. So, she her roommate, I think, like, lost her vape or something like that, and so Coco was like, "Hey, I will, like, give you my extra one, blah blah blah." And her roommate was like, "No, no, it's fine, it's fine." And, like, later on that night, she woke up to her roommate at the foot of her bed trying to find that extra vape. And I think that's really traumatic, but really funny at the same time.
Oh my god. I would be okay, honestly, as much as I love all of my roomies now, I would be traumatized if any of them were standing at the edge of my bed. I think that also has to do with the ghost that has taken up residency in our house, but I would be
True.
terrified.
So true. I feel like you would think it was the ghost.
Honestly, I would be like, "It's time to leave. I'm packing up. I'm not renewing this lease for a year."
Moving out. Done.
I'll just live under your bed.
Yeah. No, don't worry, it's got plenty of space, it's one of those tall beds.
Oh, perfect. I'm making a whole little, bunk underneath there. It's gonna be great.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, my bed almost comes up to my shoulders, so, like, I'm sure you'll
Oh,
be
great.
set.
I mean, I'm probably not gonna be able to walk from sleeping on the floor, but it'll be fine.
It's okay, we'll put, like, a foam pad under there, there's enough room for that.
I feel like I'm sleeping in a dog cage.
No, no, think of it as, like, a little fort. We'll, like, put a bed skirt on so that it, like,
Oh, true, true.
encloses.
Yeah, it'll be perfect.
Yeah, it's great. Or I could put, like, my big plushies all around the bottom of the bed. And then it's like a real fort.
And then I'll bring my plushies too, and there'll definitely be enough then.
Oh, 100%. I think I have enough to cover, like, 2-ish sides, so should be fine. I'm sure you
That's
have plenty
fair.
more.
I have so many that it covers, like, half of a queen size bed, so
Damn, yeah. Yeah, I don't have quite that many, um, but close, for sure. I had to get rid of a bunch of them when I moved, though, 'cause I didn't have
No,
room for them all.
no, you have to make sacrifices to keep all of the plushies.
I couldn't get rid of my books, man. It was the books or the plushies. I have my priorities, I'm sorry.
Well, books gotta go.
No! Not my books,
No.
not my smut.
Damn, okay, you're right, but that's what the phone is for.
Yeah, but, like, I have, like, physical copies and they each have, like, a library card slip thing in it that's, like, custom for me.
Okay,
I
that's
can't do
cute.
it.
That makes sense, yeah.
They're my babies.
Well, speaking of bad roommates and weird stories, I'm gonna talk about my current roommate that is uninvited, the ghost that lives in our house.
I've heard this ghost before.
Yes, okay, so I'll start with that story. So we were on call one day, and, I might need some help from you remembering this, but I just remember that we were sitting there talking or whatever, and then you asked me if there was, like, somebody else there, like, in my room?
Yeah, I was asking if, like, there was, like, a guy there because it sounded like a guy. Or are you talking about the other one?
Mm-mm.
The one with the
That
knock
was
on the
the
door?
one. Oh,
Oh, no.
well, that happened too.
Oh,
Um,
okay, yeah,
yeah, yeah, okay, so I remember, yeah, so we were sitting there, and then you were, like, asking about it, and you're like, "Well, I heard a guy's voice." Like, "Bestie, I'm home alone right now. What do you mean? Take it back, please.
I didn't even
Please
wanna
take it
scare
back.
you. I was just curious, I was like, "Who is that? Who's in your room sitting here while we talk?"
There's no one, I hope. I'm literally home alone right now." My roommates were gone, and they were not gonna be home. So all 3 of my roommates were gone. One of them was gonna be gone until midnight, and I think at that point it was only, like, 9 p.m., and the others weren't gonna be back for, like, an hour, I'm pretty sure, because they were out working. Um, and I was like, "I'm gonna die in this house. I'm gonna actually die in my house because there has to be an intruder or something." And then I figured out it was just the ghost. There was nobody in the house. But you've
Yeah.
also heard the ghost knock on the door. I'm the only person in the house this happens to, but constantly I'll hear knocks on my doors, and not just like little like sounds like it's the house creaking or whatever, but straight up knocking on my door. And that has happened so many times when my roommates have been home. So then I think they're knocking on my door. So then I have to ask them, and they're like, "No, we never knocked on your door." And it also likes to happen a lot when they're not here. I'm
Oh,
like, I'm
yeah.
just not going to leave my room. I think that's for the best.
I feel like it was spooky, but at the same time, there was some validation there that you desperately needed that this was happening.
Yeah, because when I would say before, like, "My house is haunted," people I feel like would just think it was silly. And I'm like, "It's not silly, it's an actual thing that is happening. There is a ghost in my house."
Yeah. Yeah, I've become pretty sure that my apartment is also haunted. This whole building is a little spooky,
I would not
but
doubt it.
the other night when my phone shut off and the power went out after I watched a scary video, that sealed it in for me. I was like, "Yeah." Because for the rest of the time, I, like, could hear it sounded like there were people talking in the room, like, in, like, the rooms outside of my bedroom, but I knew none of my roommates were home because they had all gone to spring break, and I was just like, "Wow, I die here. I do. I die." 'Cause I had, like, turned on every light in the house. It was one of those, like, so scared that you turn on, like, the laundry room light and the living room light and the kitchen light and the porch light, and you're just, like, flipping all the switches frantically.
I was so concerned because you were in a voice call with all of us when I guess your phone shut off and like the power went out and everything. Um, and I was texting you and everybody was like, "Where did Grace go?" And I didn't know. I had no idea. So I was just frantically messaging you, "Where did you go? Are you okay?" And yeah, eventually you were able to message me back, but I thought that I was gonna have to somehow figure out how to get a hold of your mom and be like, "We need to figure out where she is. She dropped off the face of the earth."
Yeah, no, it was really scary. Like, when everything turned off, I, like, full blown, like, blood curdling screamed
Mm.
because I was already so scared. I was watching, like, one of those, like, Disney cryptid, like, videos about, like, an abandoned Disney park and, like, the terrifying mascots moving, which is already, like, my biggest fear.
Oh, that is so scary.
It was so bad, and I knew it was gonna scare me, and I kept watching it because it just, like, popped up on my feed on TikTok, and I was like, "Yeah, this is fine. I won't get scared." I got scared. Spoiler
Of
alert.
course. You always think that you're way more brave than you actually are, and then you start watching that stuff and you're like, "Okay, everything's terrifying." Just being in my room alone is terrifying.
Yeah, all the lights on, doesn't matter. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter. I think something's behind
not
me
at all.
24/7. I was, like, sitting in a corner so that nothing could physically be behind me unless it was in the walls.
Yeah. That's just Trey in the walls, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He ate all the chips last time.
Mm, and you had to supply more, that's crazy.
I know, I didn't even get any of those chips. Man's ate them all.
Man, why is he doing that?
I don't know, man. As long as he leaves my green tea, my Arizona green tea alone, we're good.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Oh, also, when you were talking about, like, the mascots that move on their own, there is nothing more terrifying to me. I have an actual fear and a phobia of the life-size, like, mascots, and especially puppets too. I don't know. There's something about
Ugh.
puppets and mascots that just brings out this like deep instinctual fear that is rooted in my body, and I just don't want to be anywhere near them. I used to have panic attacks whenever we would go to the local Chuck E. Cheese.
It's so valid, dude, those things are terrifying. What do you this is
And
not an invalid fear at all. I have the
I don't
same
think it is
fear.
either. Like, anytime that the fucking rat would come up to try to, like, hug and take pictures, I would scream so loudly and run away, and I used to get in trouble for that. And I
What?
wasn't doing it because I thought it was funny to do. I was terrified of the giant fucking mouse mascot.
It's so valid, dude. My Five Nights at Freddy's face, like, definitely reels that in for me too,
Yeah.
just saying. But, like, even, like, okay, I'm so sorry to all the furries out there, but even people in fursuits scare the fuck out of me.
Yes,
I'm
and I
so
feel so
scared.
bad because it's not the person I love my friends that are furries, okay? But it is the fear that I have of mascots and, like, anything that looks like a mascot or anything that looks like a puppet. I have such a deep-rooted fear of them that it just gives me so much anxiety, and I can't.
No, it's actually, like, so terrifying. Let me tell you a little story.
I'm
Uh,
ready.
so I've been to Disney one time in my life,
Mhm.
one time, and, uh, I went with some friends, and there was a moment where, like, I had to go to the bathroom, so I separated them for just a little bit. I walked to the bathroom, and there was, a mascot, one of the mascots, one of the characters standing outside of the bathroom, like, greeting people or whatever, um, and I was so scared that I held it.
Oh my god.
I
I
held
love it,
it
though.
and walked to another side of the park, to go to the bathroom because they're scary. They're scary. Like, okay, the Disney princesses, fine, because they don't have like the head.
Yeah,
It's the head. It's the mat. It's like the full suit that's terrifying.
I fully agree. Yeah. And I think one of the craziest stories I had with puppets, and I think really rooted in my fear of puppets, the marionette type puppets.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so when we had the people from Dare come to my school when I was very itty bitty, I think I was in 4K. Um, I'm sorry, Daru just called me and then didn't mean to.
Oh, surprise.
I was spooked.
We're talking about scary things and he decides to call.
I know
Damn.
it scared me. Um, when the people from Dare came to my school, I was probably in like 4K. They decided they were going to put on a little play with marionette puppets. And they
Oh,
were like mascot marionette puppets, if that makes sense. And it was a traumatizing story because it was a story of like drinking and driving, and then so the puppets died. And for somebody that is in 4K is, you're 4 years old and you're in kindergarten. That was so traumatizing, and the puppets were so terrifying that I can't. I
I'm sorry,
really
wait,
can't.
about drinking and driving at 4 years old?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because the DARE programs, they start it in elementary school because it's supposed to be the thing of instilling the values of not drinking and driving, which worked because I will not drink and drive. I don't care if I've only had a sip of alcohol, I will not drive. But that was traumatizing as a child to experience that.
I think, like, maybe hitting, like, middle school is when you should start that because I feel like elementary school, drinking and driving is the furthest thought from any kid's mind. Half of them don't
Right.
even know what that is. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
We have gone so far off the topic of bad roommates.
Yes, we have, but do I have a story for you?
Oh, I am ready.
We are going to call this roommate Voldemort. Why are we going to call them Voldemort? Because all of my friends already call her Voldemort. And so that's what we're going to do. Um and the story behind that name actually is when I finally like rekindled with one of my other friends that I stopped being friends with because of this roommate. We were on
Mhm.
FaceTime and she asked me if Voldemort was there. And the roommate heard. So she's now officially dubbed Voldemort. So this was like my first like apartment alone outside of my parents' house. I admit
Yeah.
that it was very like impulsive. I think like I was 18ish and um we got like this crappy apartment, one bedroom in a crappy part of town, super sketchy, definitely like the drug dealer out back type place, you know?
Mm. That's how my first apartment was too, and mine was out of college, so
And it was more expensive than my current apartment. I'm just gonna put that out there. There was
of
no need
course.
for us to do that to ourselves. Especially when I ended up paying most of it because Voldemort did not
Mm.
like to pay rent
Yeah.
and didn't have a car. So she often like tried to like get me to take her places, which is really kind of gets annoying. Like my current roommates, like sometimes they'll like drink and then text me at like 2 in the morning, be like, "Hey, come get me." And if I'm awake, I'll go get them. That's fine. It's when you like constantly are like waking me up from sleep to take you to work in the morning and do this for you and do that for you that it gets super
Yeah.
annoying. I wish that had been the only thing she had done, but it wasn't, of course. So I think maybe we should go in order of like least bad to most bad.
Mhm.
I'll talk about her boyfriend first because he was a doozy. You probably can hear my phone buzz, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna yoink throw that. Ooh, it's fine. It's fine.
I heard that.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Um, her boyfriend, I hated him. He hated me. It was a mutual hatred because I didn't let him do whatever he wanted. Also, I didn't think about this at the time, but he was like definitely still in high school when they were dating. which I think is like kind of sus, but we're just gonna brush past that. Um, and he was like the worst human being ever. And if I wasn't home and he came over, he would park in my parking spot, like my paid parking spot.
Which is that's so annoying and disrespectful to do.
Right? And I told him multiple times not to do that. I let it slide for like a month. And then I was like, hey, don't do that. When I come home from work, I want to park in my spot and go to bed. Because the way this apartment complex was built was that there was one spot for each unit. And then after that, you had to park like all the way down the street and walk home,
Yeah.
which is dangerous at night after I got off work. So it was really rough. And then it was what really like kind of pushed me over the edge was I like fractured my kneecap. So when I would get home from work, I didn't want to crutch my way down the street. I would rather just park in my spot and go to my apartment, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't want to walk ages on crutches. But alas, he still did it. And she let him. She let him. She told him to. I found out later, by the way.
Of
I wonder,
course.
oh my God, wait, I think I still have. Okay, I'm gonna look for that in a second and bring it up because this is very vital to the story. Look, I'm gonna start with you know it's bad when your brother texts you and asks if you need help. That's how you know it's bad. So she was actually Satan, like not lying. Um, she would like do like hard drugs on the counter and like other very much not okay things. Um, and wouldn't pay rent, which is crazy and annoying. And this is like much more minor, but
Mhm.
like we shared a bedroom, but she would like turn on all the lights when she was getting ready in the morning and like listen to music at like super high levels. And like she got ready early, early. And I'm
Yeah.
not a morning person, as you know. I'm so far from a morning person, it's actually ridiculous.
Same. I'm very much a night owl.
Yeah. And so I get really irritated. I would be irritated all the time because I was like having my sleep interrupted. And that was
Valid.
crazy. This story's all over the place because it was so long ago and things just keep popping into my head. But she also would like have sex with her boyfriend on the counter and on the kitchen counter and on like our couch in the living room while I was home.
Which is weird and disrespectful.
Right? She wouldn't even tell me. Or like there was one time that I like came home from work and they were just doing it there and I was like, "Hello? What the fuck?" Like if she had told me like, "Hey, I want to hook up with my boyfriend on my own bed, could you leave the apartment for like an hour or two?" If it's a reasonable time, I would 100% do so.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to make you abstinent. Like the fuck? But I don't know, it was just like I would wake up in the middle of the night and I could hear them going at it. And I'd just be like,
Mm,
"Wow, okay. Why?" And she would invite people over at ungodly hours. Ungodly hours. So before I tell that story because that story comes with receipts. She her boyfriend, I had just gotten this new kitten. He was the cutest thing ever. My mom doesn't know about this. So mom, if you are watching this or listening to this, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you. I thought you would go to jail for murder, frankly.
oh my god.
But her boyfriend really didn't like my cat. And I walked out one time to him literally like kicking, like full on football kicking my cat across the room.
That would have been the end of him. I'm just saying.
I am not an angry person. I think personally, I am a very calm and I have a lot of self-control and I'm not the type to get mad at little things, but I lost my shit. Like
Yeah.
I promise literally no one else in my life has ever seen me lose my shit like that.
I
Like
don't doubt that.
screaming and telling him to get the fuck out of my house and just like
As you should
flipping
have.
out. And he had the audacity to call me a crazy bitch.
Hmm.
A crazy bitch? Oh, wait, speaking of my mom, I just thought of this too. I just remembered this. To be fair, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. My mom came over. I don't remember if she was, like, helping me grab something or, like, we were having a day out or whatever. I don't remember why my mom was coming over. I think it was, like s and I told my roommate, I texted her, I said, "Hey, my mom is coming over." I gave her, like, a 30-minute notice, like, "Hey, my mom's coming over." She
Yeah.
responded, "Cool." She was like, "Yeah, whatever." And when we walked in, they were on the couch basically naked. Like, she was in her bra, he didn't have a shirt on, like, on the couch watching TV.
Oh god.
I could never I had no idea how to deal with that situation, but my mom was, like, scolded the shit out of them. They were like, "Are you
As
serious?"
she should, really.
She's like, "Really? You knew that I, an adult, was coming over, and you guys are basically naked on the couch?"
Yeah.
It was actually the worst thing ever. Um,
Ugh.
it was really awkward. And they, like, slowly got dressed, and they were like, "Eh," and then he left, and I was like, "What do you mean, I told you we were coming. I gave you a time."
Right.
And,
It's a
like
lot of audacity for people not paying the bills, you know?
right? And I think rent was 1,200, and then, like, utilities and stuff on top of that.
Yeah.
So I was constantly having to call my dad and be like, "Hey, do you have some extra money?
Oh,
Because I
no.
don't." Yeah. So now to the story that really starts it all. Some very horrible things happened that night that I will not be saying on the podcast, but what I can say is she invited a bunch of guys over, and she told me about it beforehand. She's like, "Hey, some of my friends are coming over," which found out later they were not friends, but in fact, people she had met like 2 hours prior.
Of course.
She told me while I was at work, it was like 9 PM. I was like, "Okay, that's fine. They have to be gone by midnight though," because I
Yeah.
would get home at like almost 1 AM. So I was like, "They have to be gone by midnight." She was like, "Okay, perfect. I'll do that." So I thought we had an understanding here. I thought everything was good, you know?
Right.
No, we were not good. She, in fact, did not have them out by that time. I got home, like, about 20 minutes early, so, like, 12:40 at night. I got home, they were still there, which is crazy. I was like, "Okay, fine, whatever." I told her, "Okay, well, I'm home now, they have to leave." Tell me why she had the audacity to, like they were still there, like, 3 AM, and being super loud in the living room, and I was like, "They have to go home." And she's like, "Well, we can't get them a ride. We can't get them an Uber." I was
Well, they
like
better sleep outside.
but I'm like, "They better call someone then. They better go wait outside and call someone," because I had
Right.
I had the patience to let them stay another 2 hours,
Yeah.
being like giving them time to go before I had to step in and do something.
Right.
And they were like, "These guys, I'm trying to sleep. I have work the next morning. And these guys are coming in and out of the bedroom, going to the bathroom." Men I didn't
Mm.
know.
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
I'm like, "Go piss outside or something."
Sorry.
Bless you. Like, "Go piss outside." We had bathrooms outside, like, we had
Yeah.
outdoor bathrooms that were literally, like, a short walk away.
Yeah.
And some other stuff happened that is too much for this podcast with them coming in and out of the room. But, eventually they left, and I was livid. And I told my
Yeah.
dad, of course. My dad was on the lease at the time because we had just gotten out of we didn't have, like, any renters experience, so we needed a cosigner.
Right, of
She
course.
wasn't she wasn't even on the lease. She was just staying as, like, a friend taking half the rent. She wasn't even on the lease. Anyways, let's see. I told my dad about it, and I don't know which one of these is first. That one's March 2nd. This was all right around my birthday, too. So, that was fun.
Happy birthday.
So, we wrote up a roommate agreement. I have a picture of that roommate agreement, and I'm gonna read that to you because we
Okay.
had to write this out because of everything. And I'll tell you
Yeah.
which ones I added in and which ones she added in. And she signed it. She signed it. So, and it didn't stop after this. We
Of course.
So the roommate agreement, no strangers slash visitors unless both parties agree, and if one party doesn't agree, there can be no anger. All messes are to be kept under the bed slash desk. I put that because she was an actual fucking slob.
Ooh,
And like her side of the room was a disaster. There was like a clear line of cleanliness in the room.
I hate that.
Halvesies on groceries, cat food, cat litter, no exceptions. That never happened, even after this.
Of course.
Don't wake Gracie up for a ride unless emergency. We all know who put that one.
Right.
Everything. Dude, it was so annoying. Follow the chore list. That also never happened. Hairbrush back in basket, lol. That was the one she added because she didn't like that I left my hairbrush out on the counter. And then I said, no sex on the couch.
It's ridiculous to even have to say that, you know?
Yeah. Any guests must respect all household members, no exceptions, roommates first.
Yeah, which
All must respect
understandable.
others' food. And then I put in quotation marks her boyfriend's name because he would eat. Okay, so there was one time that I bought like a family sized jar of salsa. He ate the
Yeah.
whole thing while I was at work in one sitting.
Oh my
In
god.
one sitting.
How did he not get sick is my question, but,
He was like that guy that like lives
it's
off like Mountain Dew and like
uh,
Takis, which his smell definitely contributed to that knowledge. So he was a stinky man.
I don't doubt that.
No drugs in the apartment. You would think that
Mm,
that would be a thing that you would, but whatever. Keep the living room clean, even if it's just fixing the pillows and blankets. So like the couch would like fold out into a bed,
yeah,
and she would like never make it. It would always be out in the bed, like pillows, blankets, and shit everywhere. So that was a rule.
god.
No guest is to park in the special spot without Gracie's permission, and if she doesn't allow it, no lashing out or anger is allowed.
Which also understandable.
That was it. That was the roommate agreement because those were the things that we had issues of.
Yeah.
I have a screenshot of her saying like it was okay. So it's a screenshot of our Snapchat messages. She knows I
Mhm.
took this because it notifies you, but whatever. It's 2:50 a.m. She said they're gonna call an Uber. I said I thought they already did. She said they were going to, but it was $60. And I said, oh my god. And she said, I know, right? And I'm like, I'm not agreeing with you. I'm saying, oh my god, get them the fuck out of my house. um,
As you should. An actual icon, a queen even.
I really don't stand up for my boundaries often, but I did at this point. I also have screenshots of like my home screen with like multiple text messages from different people. One is from my brother. It says, "Do you need help with Voldemort?" He used her actual name, so don't worry. But and then it was Voldemort saying, "Grace, seriously?" And then it was our group chat with me, my mom, my dad, and Voldemort of my dad like trying to set her straight. And then it was
Yeah,
my current friend. I'm gonna call her Juju. She's Juju. Um, of my current friend Juju. She said she totally broke the agreement
which
because
she
we were
did.
talking. She did.
Yeah.
She did. And then she like there was like a lot of I can read what my dad wrote for her if you'd like. It's very long though.
Honestly, do it though. Do it, do it.
Okay. Voldemort, let me be very clear about something. The parking spot is Gracie's. She's the only one with a car. The apartment is Gracie's. You were invited in as a roommate by her and I. She is in charge, second to only me. We were very clear in the beginning when we discussed this, and you agreed that I was in charge. Gracie was second, and that you were invited in as a roommate. I asked you to take good care of Gracie, and you said you would. Also, by the way, they call me Gracie if that wasn't clear.
Yeah, yeah. Gracie.
Gracie. That's what my friends call me.
It's
um,
cute.
yeah, I think it's cute too. What can I say?
Yeah.
Okay, and then he said, "Don't you remember this? You made a deal with me when I let you move in. You have broken this deal many times. You haven't taken very good care of her, and you continue to give her distress. You would not have this apartment without Gracie, and you certainly would not have this apartment without me. You were invited in to be her roommate because she wanted a friend. You've proven not to be a very good friend. I'm not happy with you, and I don't support you living there anymore. It was a mistake inviting you in. You need to stop with this distressful behavior. You continue to upset everyone on a weekly basis. I've been more than generous with you. I've paid your deposit and part of your rent. It was supposed to be a gift, but you haven't been very respectful of it. You need to pay me back as
Mhm.
soon as possible. And again, I would prefer you be out by March 11th because I don't want to have I don't want to have to continue to babysit you in the apartment for an extra month.
Valid.
Don't take Gracie's parking spot anymore. Don't invite people over anymore. And please stop causing trouble for everyone. It's exhausting. I want these last weeks of Gracie's living in the apartment to be peaceful. These are my own words on the situation. I'm sure you and Grace have already talked about it. And I'm also certain that my mom will have words about this. He used her name, but whatever. I almost read it too.
Yeah.
I don't speak for either of them. Now, if you still want to call me and discuss, go right. Okay, hold on. It's at two screenshots. Go right ahead is probably what she said, though. Where is it? Oh, it's like barely anything left. I don't speak for either of them. Now, if you want to call me and discuss this, go right ahead, but there won't be a debate. You need to be respectful of the hierarchy. I'm available till 3:30 today. Not him being like, I'm available. And if you don't call me, then you're out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what he texted to our group chat.
Honestly, Essie should have.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite a screenshot. I'll send that to you later because that's really funny. And okay, the final thing that she did, the final thing, other than
Yeah.
all of this situation, is she stole my credit card and used it for a scam.
Mm.
And so I am currently blacklisted from almost every single bank right now, and I've been trying to fix it for the past like 4 or 5 years. It also did put me into like I think $3,000 worth of debt, which I have paid
Oh
off,
my god.
but very much blacklisted from bank accounts. The only accounts that'll take me is Discover. Discover is the only bank that will sign me up with an account.
Fuck.
Yeah. Anyway, that is the story of Voldemort. um
Voldemort is something.
yeah. Yeah. My friends were very excited for me to tell this story. They're like, "What are you going to talk about Voldemort?" I was like, "Next episode, homie."
Just wait, it's coming.
Yeah, and so I think it's really funny when like my current good roommates are like, "We've never had bad roommates, so this is so new to our current like bad roommate." And I'm like, "Buckle up
You're
because
just like, I've been here before.
been here, done this. Gonna do it again apparently."
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's just why? If you're gonna move in with somebody, just don't be a terrible roommate. I feel like it's not that hard.
Right? It really isn't that hard. I mean, honestly, I did so much for her. Oh, there's something else. Okay, okay. So let's see. When my dad sent that to the group chat,
Hmm.
she messaged me. She said, "Grace, seriously." I said, "Don't seriously me." And then she said, "Last night was not even a huge thing. Read the group chat." I said, "Yes, it is a big thing." And then she said, "You literally act like everything's okay." And then I get messages from your dad. And I also didn't even let them use the bathroom besides one of our other friends. So no one would be near you. And I'm like, and then she said, "I get why you're upset. I do. But me having to be thrown out isn't fair. Like you were leaving me. You're leaving me. And I want to keep paying for the apartment. You have somewhere to go. I don't."
That sounds like a her problem.
It is
You
a her
know?
problem.
Oh my god.
She said, "And next time I would appreciate you talking face to face with me instead of having a deep conversation instead of you running away. Like communication is key, and I always tell you that I want you to talk to me about whatever you're feeling so that me and you could be adults together and figure things out on our own.
That
Like,
is
yes, I
so
understand
rich.
you're right. Like I understand
Ugh,
your parents are your parents, and of course you're gonna talk to them about things, but this time for me to be getting thrown out is not how this should be handled."
I think
I
it is.
responded. I decided it was finally time to defend myself. It is 100%.
Yeah.
I said, "I didn't act like everything was okay. I told you I was mad and uncomfortable. You broke the agreement and ignored how I was feeling last night. You said you were trying to get them out, but you don't do things till 3 in the morning. It doesn't even take that long to figure out the right, especially because I told you before they even came over. So there is no excuse for that. And I didn't run
Mm.
away. I have work at 4 a.m. So I went to my mom's, or at 4 p.m. So I went to my mom's to eat. If anything is being handled improperly, it was you last night.
Yep.
She said, I didn't ignore it, and yes, I know it ran a little late, but you weren't home till pretty late. So I was like, okay, it'll be fine if they stay a bit longer. I was not ignoring how you felt. I was just going to try to have a deep conversation with you I wasn't going to try and have a deep conversation with you in the pitch black while you were trying to sleep and make sure they were out. This morning you didn't say much about it, and I said I was sorry and tried to explain my best, and then you didn't bring it up again. Like this morning or before you left, we could have talked. It's not like this happened days ago. It happened literally today. This pissed me off. This pissed me off so bad because
Honestly, valid.
the time here, it says 3:47 p.m. I work at 4 p.m. It's like 10 minutes before I have to go into work, and she's texting me this shit. And I said, "Bro, it wasn't a little later. It was 3 in the fucking morning. And I did bring it up to you this morning, and you brushed it aside by saying sorry and changing the subject. I got home at 12:45 because they were supposed to be gone. Them being there for an extra 30 minutes to find a ride is fine. I get it. But till 3 in the morning is not okay. I made it clear that I was uncomfortable, and you still took your sweet time to get them out."
Mm-hmm.
And then I told I feel like, let's see, because I have more text messages here. Oh, okay. And then something happened, like I think it was like a few weeks later. I had decided to let her stay because I didn't want to kick her out because I felt bad because I did know about her home life and her home life was like trash.
Yeah.
So I was trying to be a nice person, which I probably shouldn't have been. And then at some point, like she sent me a picture of like pregnancy tests, like untaken pregnancy tests. And I'm at work. It's 9:30 p.m., which is the time I would be at work. She texted me, said, "Call me right now." I said, "I'm at work. What's up?" She said, "Call me as soon as possible." I said, "Why? What's up?" She said, "I'm not doing this shit over the phone. How fucking could you?" I said, "Do what, bro? What are you talking about?" Which I legit had no idea what the fuck was going on. She said, "I'm not doing this over text. We are either talking on the phone or when you're out and in person." I said, "Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?" She said, "We will talk when you are off." I said, "Why are you being so vague?" And then
Hmm.
I said, okay." And then she said, "Hold on, because now I don't even know if you're the only person involved, but I'm still pissed as fuck. I'm not doing this over text. I will tell you either when you're off or when you get here." I said, "Okay, I have a feeling you're trying to start something." And she said, "Don't pull that shit. The last thing I need is this." I said, "Oh, fuck off, bro." Because at that point, I'm at work. I'm not supposed to have my phone out. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
And then she says, "Yeah, because I just love fighting with you and love getting messages from people saying that people are saying that I'm pregnant behind my back." I was like, "Bro, you posted a picture on Snap," which she did. She posted a picture on Snap of a pregnancy test.
Yeah.
And she
Which,
says, "That doesn't mean I'm fucking pregnant. Like, how petty can you guys be to talk about me on Discord?" And she said, "Okay, all I'm going to ask is, did you say anything on Discord or to anyone saying that I was pregnant?" I was like, "Bro, I'm never on their Discord and never fucking said that you were pregnant. In fact, I've never said anything about the test." She posted a picture on Snapchat. What did she expect? What? What? Uh, what?
crazy. Wild
Yeah.
even.
Yeah. So, that was the drama. I'm have so many other receipts here from different things that I'm just looking at right now and I think it's so funny. There's a picture of something my brother texted me. It says, "Want to get a mani petty?" I screenshotted that so fast. I was like, "What?" But yeah, so that was the horrible roommate. We finally parted ways. She tried to make me pay for half of the TV that she begged me to buy for us
Mm.
because she paid $50 for it and I paid 700.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, no thanks. I Venmoed her a
No
dollar
thanks.
with the middle finger. I said, "This is all you're getting." But yeah,
Ugh. No, see, sometimes you try to do nice things for people and then they take advantage of it.
that's like my whole life. Even my coworkers say I'm too nice.
Yeah, we all have our character flaws.
Pretty sure my flaws are a little bigger than that.
It's fine, it's fine.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. You got any any juicy roommate stuff? I mean, I have more, but I thought I'd let you have a turn.
See, I feel like mine's not even that bad. Like it's annoying more than anything. But okay, so when I moved out of college, it was obviously it was right after, not even right after actually. We moved, I think, the month before our graduation. I moved in with some friends that I had made during my time in college. And I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so great because we're best friends." I'm gonna be real with you. It was the worst mistake that all three of us could have made to move in together because our living styles are all very different, and we're no longer friends.
Oh god.
Um, and a lot of like the arguments and fights and everything happened because when they were all in, like the two of them were in college, um they were very clean, very, like kept everything clean. We go to their rooms, they would have like the cleanest rooms out of anybody. And so I was like, okay, well, obviously they're going to be super clean when we move to this new apartment. That was not the case. Not
Mm.
the case at all. Um, so they had jobs where they usually worked from home. I would be gone from 6 a.m. and not get back until almost 6 p.m. And then a lot of times because of the job that I was at, I was mistreated, I was overworked. I was supposed to be working from like 9 a.m. until midnight. So I didn't have very much time to myself except for on the weekends. So I was not cooking food at the house. I was not using the dishes at the house. But I would sometimes come home and it would smell so bad in the house. The dishes would be piled up in the sink. There would be moldy dishes. It would smell like mold and gross food in the house. And they had so much trash that would be piled up in our trash can that they would just stack more and it would fall over, and they weren't picking it up. They weren't taking the trash out. And they were like, "Oh, we're just super busy." And I'm like, "I understand that. I'm busy too. But for you guys to be home all day long and to not be taking care of your dishes, to be letting them get moldy or to clean them in parentheses and then put them into the cabinet and they're still dirty, it's just not okay." And so we fought a lot about that. And so then it became a thing of them like nitpicking anything. So if I would forget something, if I would leave something out on the counter, one singular thing, then they would start like a fight about it. And it got to a point where the stress from the job that I was working and not sleeping properly, working way too much, not making nearly enough, I was like, "You guys, I need to sit down and have a conversation with you." And I was like, "I have to move out." I was like, "I need to leave the job that I am at and I need to do it immediately because of the mental position that I was in at the time." I was in a very bad place mentally. And I was just like, this is not working out. And I need to be able to figure myself out. I was like, I can do something else if you guys cannot take over my portion of the bills. I was like, if that's not something you can do, I can stay. And they reassured me that they could take over the bills, that it was fine, that I needed to leave the job that I was at and figure my shit out. And so I thought, okay, we're leaving on like amicable terms and everything. Um, and then that was that. But then we didn't talk for a while. And I was like, okay, that's fine. We ended up moving into a second apartment together, that one of my roommates that I'm actually roommates with now, was already living in before any of us did. These two roomies that I had lived with before ended up moving in um, a few months before I did because the apartment that all three of us lived in together had burnt down.
Oh,
Not to any fault of
wonderful.
their own. Not to any fault of their own. It was an electrical problem. But I finally was in a better spot financially. I was in a way better um job situation than I had been previously. And so my roommate that I'm still roommates with now and the two of them talked and they decided that it was okay for me to move in And we even talked about the whole situation that happened before, and I was like, "I understand that that was something that I know was gonna be hard on you guys," and I was like, "I am sorry that you had to deal with that." I was like, "But I'm in a much better spot now, and I know that I'll be able to pay my portion of the bills." And things were okay for a little bit, but I noticed that it was the same problem that we were having from the first apartment where things were not getting cleaned. And they had a cat, and the roommate that I'm friends with now had 2 cats. She ended up having to give up for adoption because she went into the military, but, um, she had to keep her cats in her room because they said that they could not keep their cat in their room because their cat needed more space to run around, and the cats did not get along with each other.
Oh, no.
Um, so that was already a thing of, like, my roommate had to keep her 2 cats in her room all day long, so they had a tiny little room to run around in. And it wasn't like a thing of switching back and forth, like, "Okay, we'll bring our cat into our room so that your cats can run around," or whatever. They would just let their cat run around the whole apartment nonstop. Um, and they also would overfill the trash can, and their cat would get into the trash can and knock it over, and it would just be disgusting, and the floor would get really filthy in the kitchen, and they wouldn't clean the floor. And there was the same problem with moldy dishes, and it got to a point where they're like, "Well, we clean all of our dishes, so it has to be Zara." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll be real with you. Again, the job that I have, I am not here most of the time. I am here for maybe 7 hours out of the day, and most of those hours are spent sleeping." Um, and they're like, "Well, it can't be us because we didn't do it." And then it got to a point where dishes were having to get thrown away because they were so gross and moldy, and they weren't cleaning their cat's litter box, so the whole apartment smelled really badly of, like, a litter box. It's a very distinct smell, a very disgusting smell.
Yes, it
Gonna
is.
be real
It's
with you.
actually the worst.
Um, and I was like, "Hey, listen, you guys, I understand that everything's really hard right now. I understand that we're all dealing with our own mental health issues. I'm just letting you guys know that I feel like the condition of the house right now isn't okay. It's disgusting. And there's only so much I can do with my days off because I would be mopping, sweeping, dusting, trying to take care of the issue with the bunch of the pet dander that would build up, cleaning their dirty dishes, having to throw away ones that were just too far gone, and just spending all of my time off trying to maintain the apartment and for it to not really matter because it wasn't being maintained by anybody else
Yeah, no,
except
that's, like, my
for
biggest pet peeve ever is, like, leaving dirty dishes and, like, not cleaning up after yourself.
yeah. 'Cause it was a lot. It was very stressful, and then they had wanted to look for an actual house, and before when we thought things were gonna change, that people were gonna start cleaning up, the person that I am still roomies with now, who was in that apartment with me, um I lost my train of thought, hold on. So, basically, all 4 of us at the time had decided that, yeah, we would look for a house to live in because the apartment was too small for all of us. But then my roomie at the time, she was working for a medical laboratory that did COVID testing to see if people had COVID or not. And then she accepted not an invitation. She accepted her offer for joining the reserves. So she made a good point that it didn't make sense for her to pay for a house that she would not be living in because she'd have a place to put her stuff, but that's about it. And she said, I don't want to pay almost $800-900 for a place that I'm not even living in. And I would rather be able to just store my stuff elsewhere and just focus on getting through my basic training and my individual training. And yeah, and then I was like, "Yeah, and if that's the case, then I know that I personally cannot afford only splitting the bills for a house 3 ways." And then this was about 4 months, 3 months until our lease was up, and they got really angry, the other 2 got really angry and were saying, like, "This is not enough time for us to figure something out." And I was like, "There's so much time."
3 months is plenty of time.
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
And so we were just like, that is a lot of time." And then lo and behold, the situation of me having moved out of that first apartment came up, and they're like, "Well, you put us in a tight spot by deciding that you were going to move out of that first apartment," because they were trying to say they were not going to pay the last month of bills so that they could move into another apartment. And we said that doesn't work because my roommate that I'm still roomies with now, and I were going to put in on a shed that we put on my mom's property to store all of our things in while we figured out other living situations while she went off, did her basic training and her specialized individual training. Um, and I basically lived with my mom while I was figuring something else out. And they were like, "Well, we just can't afford it." And we're like, "We would have to afford it anyways. You guys would still have to pay the last month of rent, even if we were getting a house together."
Yeah, that doesn't really change much at all.
And we had to basically beg and beg until they sent money for paying the last month of rent. They did not help us clean the apartment. And so me, the roomie that I'm still rooming with now, my mom and my aunt, we had to spend over a week cleaning that apartment, and they still did not give the deposit back for that apartment because of how disgusting and filthy it was.
Did your other roommates not put down a deposit or, like, have their name attached to it at all or something?
Um, so they moved in after the deposit was already made because the person that I'm roomies with now, we'll call her Kay. Um, so Kay had moved in with 3 other people to this apartment originally and had been living there for probably since about the time that I graduated and moved into that first apartment is how long she had been living in the apartment that she was in. That then the 3 of us ended up moving into because other roommates moved out and it was close enough to her job that she didn't want to leave that apartment. So she is the only one that was still, I guess, like tied to the deposit technically. So yeah, they had never had to actually put a deposit down for the apartment.
That's actually wild. They were so
Yeah.
lucky, and yet they were still bitching about this. I
Yeah.
feel like that was their payback for you moving out early, is that they didn't have to pay the deposit, personally, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If there even needed to be one, which there wasn't any need for
No,
that.
and it ended up being a situation where so I wasn't even technically on the lease, because nothing had ever happened with like somebody setting up a time so that I could meet and be put on the lease and everything else like that. Um, so for because I was only living there for about 3, 4 months, 5 months. It had to have been like 5 months because I know that it was like pretty much when I moved in is when we started talking about moving into a house after the lease was up. Um, and yeah, it was annoying because it ended up being a situation where Kay didn't get the deposit back, and they had apparently sent out bills that extra had to be paid on top of what they kept of the deposit. They kept the deposit to pay for repairs to the apartment and also wanted an extra, I guess, $600 to go towards fixing the apartment. And that had been in mail that had come from the apartment thing. And at the time, we were fighting, and I of course don't talk to either of these people that I was friends with. I don't talk to either of them anymore. Um, but I had told them that they received some mail from the apartments and they asked me to open it. And originally I had said yes. But then I thought about it and I was like, okay, well, the, the person out of the 2 of them that asked me or told me to open it was not the person it was actually addressed to. And I just don't feel good about opening it because then they could say, well, it wasn't actually addressed to me, so it doesn't matter that I told you to open it. And I'm a very anxious person, so I was just thinking we're fighting, and I have been very hurt by people before who purposely try to do things that are malicious, and I don't want to get in trouble for opening somebody else's mail. So I sent it back as them not being at the address. And I was like, well, surely they'll find their actual address. And then apparently the cost, the $600 got put onto their credit. And then they were blaming me and saying that they were going to take me to court. And I was like, hey, I ended up not opening that mail. I did not know that it was a bill for you guys. I didn't message you because one, I was blocked at the time where I was going to message you back and tell you that I didn't open it and just forward it back as not being at this address. And if I had known that it was a bill, I would have told you guys. I didn't purposely make you guys be in debt.
Would you have even been able to tell them because you were blocked?
I, I don't. They probably would have wanted me to try to text them or anything. I didn't try texting them. I was messaging them through not Discord, Instagram at the time.
Oh, okay, okay. That makes sense. But it's
Yeah,
not your responsibility, so they really can't do anything to you, especially because you didn't open it, which
yeah,
was probably really smart on your part.
yeah. No, I
Your
just
anxiety saved you.
the red flags were going off, and my mom even agreed that it was the right choice to not open the mail because it was not addressed to the roommate that told me to open it. It was addressed to the other one. And the other roommate didn't even have a bill that came to my house for them, or I'm sorry, mail that apparently was the bill for them to pay that stuff.
I
So,
mean, yeah, that's crazy. I feel like it's really different. Like, it felt very malicious when you just told me that they told you to open it. If I was like, when we were living together, if I was like, "Hey, could you just open that and tell me what it is?" It's like so different than them being like, "Yeah, we don't live there. Just open it. Open it for us. Why don't you?"
yeah. Yeah. And it was definitely a lot of like anxiety because at the time they were very much still holding the fact that I had moved out of that first apartment early over my head. And they were like, "Yeah, you put us in such a tight financial spot." And I'm like, "I understand that, but the fact that you are holding this over my head and trying to make it a reason for you guys to not have to take any financial responsibility now is not okay," because we had a full conversation about it. And I even said, "I understand that this is going to be hard on you guys. So if you cannot do it, please let me know and I will figure something out so that you are not left with the financial burden of splitting this apartment cost only two ways."
Yeah.
And it just is weird to go back on what you said before and then to be like, actually, you put us in a terrible spot because of the decision you made. Like, that is something I already knew, but it's also something that we had a 2-hour long discussion about when I made that decision. And I didn't even actually make the decision to move out or to leave my job that I was at until I talked with them about where I was at financially and where I was at mentally.
Yeah. No, that's sorry, my voice cracked. That was crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. Me telling you that I wanted to move into you just shows like how much trust I have for you because like the situation I'm in now is really nice because each of us are held accountable for our own spaces and our own rents. And if one
Yeah.
of us doesn't pay, it doesn't affect the others at all. Except for
Which is nice.
electricity. Electricity
Oh.
would just change with splitting it. But it's our electricity hasn't been that bad
Yeah.
previously. This month, I have no idea what to tell you. I'm so scared to look at that, but
Oh, no.
I just paid it. I didn't even look at
Yes.
it. Hiccup.
Yeah, it happens a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. No, I know. I feel like it's when you talk a lot that it starts happening.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
I think I just inhale too much air when I talk because I talk very fast.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of talking fast, I actually had a few customers at work tell me to slow down because I talk too fast and they can't understand me.
Oh, no.
Because like I answer the phone and I'm like, "Hi, blah 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 blah." And they're like, what?" I'm like, "Hi, blah 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 blah." I don't. I can't. I don't. It's just awkward.
Somebody hit me with a little hammer, be like, "Shh, stop talking so fast."
Honestly, I think it's fine because we both talk fast, so it's like
Yeah,
speed. Yeah,
speedy.
speed. Yeah. My current roommate. We gotta we
Mm.
gotta think of a name. Karen.
Oh my god, honestly would be fitting.
So yeah, I think it's very fitting too. So Karen
Mhm.
is not the worst I've ever had roommate wise, but
Still very bad.
still bad, but in a different way. Like Karen doesn't invite guys over and like do coke off the counters, but it's the same situation with like the dishes. And honestly, the roommates I had before her, uh, I don't know what names to give them.
All right, how
We
about,
got Lucy,
Talia?
Talia, Lucy, Talia, and Zoe.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So before Karen, my roommates consisted of Lucy, Zoe, and Talia.
Yeah.
The room that Karen is in currently used to be Talia's room.
Mhm.
So Talia went to study abroad.
Talia is great. We love Talia.
We do love Talia. Talia was amazing, and we miss her every day. She actually sent us some gifts from where she went to study abroad, and we got them the other day, and they're so cute.
Oh my god.
She got me a little mug that says caffeinated kiwis on it. It has a bunch of different kiwis for different coffee types. It's so cute,
That's so freaking cute.
right? And so the roommates that remain are Lucy and Zoe.
Yeah.
Lucy and Zoe are great. Lucy is the one that makes really good Thai tea and boba.
Ooh.
And then Zoe is just, she's great. We love her.
Yeah.
She's the type of person that like knows when not to talk to you because you just woke up type thing. So you can go into the kitchen and she won't talk to you while you make your coffee type thing if you don't
That's
engage in
beautiful.
conversation first. Right? Zoe is also the person that Karen is very talkative towards. So
Hmm.
Karen loves Zoe, is scared of Lucy, and hates me.
Fuck.
So that's where it's kind of at. Karen is currently home, so I'm trying to talk quieter.
Karen is home.
Karen is home. Lucy and Zoe are like on spring break still. So,
Mm.
but um, from day one, the conversations were atrocious. Like
Yeah.
before we even met her, Karen was saying like the most like sexual outlandish things in text.
Yeah, it was have witnessed these texts and they were I would not send those things to people I had just met. Like that is it's way too TMI. And like if Grace and I sent those messages to each other, I think it would be different because we
It would be
fucking
more jokey too, like, it would
yeah.
be a joke for sure, like, this was completely in a serious tone,
Yeah, which
like
is
yeah, and
Jesus.
so 30 minutes later, I get up to go make my coffee because I have to go to work, blah, blah, blah. It's, like, noon, and Karen arrives to set up her room,
Mhm.
and she basically, like, corners me in the kitchen and starts talking about it again, the stuff that she sent in text, but in more detail,
Uh,
saying the grossest things to my face, and for reference, Karen towers over me. Like
Karen
towers.
does look like a very, very tall girl.
She's very tall. And very intimidating when she's 2 inches from your face.
Oh no.
Because Karen also has no sense of personal space.
Not good. No
So I'll be making
bueno.
coffee and I'll feel like her brush against my back and I'm like, Hello? So I turn around, she's right there. She's like,
What
What
are
are
you
you
doing?
making?
Oh god.
She's very curious. I'm gonna say this. I'm very proud of my father.
Mhm.
My father met her. And I'm very proud that he didn't say anything to her.
Oh, thank God.
Because I absolutely thought he would.
I'm very proud of him for not. You know?
It was the same day. So Talia's mom came to take her stuff out of the apartment the same weekend my dad came down to visit.
Oh, okay.
So we had my bedroom door open and me and my dad were talking about D&D because I was
Mhm.
telling him about our campaign
Oh my god. Love it.
because I have to talk to somebody about it. I have to tell him the plot twist that I have in store for y'all because I can't tell y'all. And so I have the door open and I didn't know she was in the kitchen, but she comes around to my door and goes, D&D, can I join your D&D group?
No. No.
I said
Please.
I said I'll have to talk to the dungeon master.
I have to consult with myself.
Yeah, no, she doesn't know it's me.
That's fine.
Um, yeah, so that happened, and I turned around to look at my dad, and he looks eyes, like, wide. He looks at me, and he's like, "Not what I was expecting."
Oh.
Oh my god, but then we all went to dinner, like, Lucy, Zoe, Talia's mom, and my dad and I. We
Yeah.
all went to dinner that night because Talia's mom wanted to thank us for helping her because she didn't have a car, so we were the ones that were, like, helping her take all her stuff to the apartment or from the apartment to, like, a storage unit.
Yeah.
And when we were sitting at dinner, we had left Talia's mom out there alone for a little while because I had to go pick up my dad, and um, Lucy and Zoe, neither of them really were wanting to come out of their rooms for reasons that none of us do. And we were like at dinner, and she's like, Talia's mom is like, I was so scared, dude. Talia's mom, eye level with my boobs. She is small.
Oh no.
She's like, yeah, like Karen came out of her room and basically charged at me, asking me who I was.
What the hell? Can't do that.
I felt so bad for her. I was like, I'm so sorry I left you alone. Oh my god,
No.
dude. Poor Talia's mom, dude.
She's just out here trying to live her best life.
Right? Right, dude. On top of that, by the way, Talia's mom thought my last name was Pooh
Oh,
because my roommate Talia had my name in her phone as Gracie Pooh.
oh no.
Because that's like what my friends call me sometimes. I don't remember where this nickname came from. Because Gracie Pooh and Gracie May, May is not my last name, but those are like the nicknames that people call me.
Yeah.
Um, so she had me in her phone as Gracie Pooh, and she's like, "Is your last name Pooh?" I was like, "No, no."
It's your last name Pooh. Oh no.
She's like, "Oh, I thought it was very Asian of you, so I'm glad that we got that covered." It's like you can't say that to people.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but yeah, with Karen, she like leaves her dishes not even in the sink, just where she ate them, unrinsed. I didn't know that was a pet peeve because my roommates Lucy, Zoe, and Talia were all very, very clean. Like
Yeah,
wash dishes by hand. We never use the dishwasher ever. Wash dishes by hand, like clean the kitchen in turns. Like we have a calendar for cleaning the kitchen
which is
because
very helpful.
we have like a shared calendar because we wanted to like be able to put all of our stuff that we're doing on there and then be able to plan out days for each of us to do it that
Yeah,
doesn't interact with our schedules. You know what I mean?
makes sense.
Right? We could use it
Very
too because
helpful.
you can have like different like calendars and stuff. It's kind of cool. It's
Yes.
great for like planning collabs too. If like everyone, because it would have everyone's like streaming schedule on it if you wanted to do that.
Oh, love that.
It's called Time Tree, by the way. It's amazing. Um, but basically, like the kitchen's been a mess, and like two of the burners in the kitchen are all of a sudden like every time you turn them on, they like smoke, and we don't know what's up with
Oh, that's
that.
not good.
Yeah, and we don't know what's up with that. And also, so I share a wall with the microwave,
Oh no.
so I hear that thing. It sounds like it's in my room. And so, like, when it's like 1 in the morning and Miss Karen is slamming the door, I hear it. I hear it. And my bedroom door and my bedroom door and the front door, um, kind of like are on the same, like they're right next to each other.
Yeah.
So I hear the front door too. So that's wonderful.
Mm.
I need to sip my coffee. I'm getting hiccups too.
Oh no. We can't both have hiccups.
You passed along a curse.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It happens.
Um,
You've been chosen.
I've been chosen. Amazing. Except for not. um, so another thing that Karen does is eats our food.
Mm.
And so we each have our own cabinet of like food. We gave her a cabinet because we
Yeah.
had like three empty cabinets. We gave her a cabinet. I have two. I have a cabinet for my food and a cabinet for my mugs and like coffee stuff.
Valid.
And so she has two cabinets as well. She has both of the ones by the sink,
Yeah.
which were the only ones left. I did offer to move cabinets if she wanted it, but didn't say anything about it. Um, and so my roommate Zoe's cabinet is below mine,
Hmm.
and her cabinet is always very clean, very neat. She has lots of like snacks and like the good ramen, like you get from the Asian
Ooh,
store, the good stuff,
love that.
and like snacks and candies that she like keeps in there.
Yeah.
And the first week of Karen being here, she dug through all of our cabinets to find out who has the best snacks
Oh
and ate
God.
almost all of Zoe's snacks.
No, I would
And
be
like
so
she had
pissed.
like Swedish fish that Karen opened and ate half of and then left the rest in there open, not
Oh
even like
my
rolled up or anything,
God.
and has eaten like so much of her ramen, and it's been bad, but it really really came to a T last 2 nights ago, 3 nights ago, whenever we had that party for Lucy's boyfriend
Uh-huh.
because it was his birthday. So we're all partying it up in the living room, and she comes out to join us. Karen comes out to join us, and she is flirting. She first thing she did is she went to every single guy to find out if they're single.
Ooh.
None of them were, and all of their girlfriends were at the party.
Yikes.
And the boy that she like zoned in on was Lucy's boyfriend.
Oh, mm-mm. Nope.
And as much as I felt bad for the man, his facial expressions were the funniest thing I've ever seen. Because he's wasted already. They had already gone to a bar and
Yeah.
like drank it up. They're coming back drunk for more drinks. And he's horrified. He looks horrified. She
Oh
like whispered in
no.
his ear at some point. I thought that man was gonna crumble.
Oh, he was not having it.
No, no. He kept coming over and he was like,
Oh,
she's
okay.
saying these things to me. And then at some point, like he's very drunk. He's stumbling around. This man is wasted.
Yeah.
She goes behind him and like goes
Ooh,
to grab at him and
not
goes, I'll
okay.
catch you if you fall. I know CPR. I give you CPR. And he looks her dead in the eye and goes, I'd rather die.
Oh, we love a loyal man.
No, he's great. Her Lucy's boyfriend is he's funny. I live for that man sometimes. Just like I don't see him very often, but when I do, he's always drunk. Because it's only during parties that I see him now that I think about it.
You know, it happens.
I think there's been a few times maybe I've seen him fine, but he's funny.
Yeah,
We love him. We stand a loyal man for sure.
absolutely.
And we like so Karen during the party goes and digs through Zoe's cabinet again.
Fucking of course.
Pulls out some ramen, goes over to me, comes to me and goes, "Can I eat this?" This is proof that she doesn't know who any of us are.
Right.
And I look at her dead in the eyes and I said, "That's not mine." I was very hostile. I was also drunk. I
Cannot be held accountable for what I say when I'm drunk. That's
it's
Grace.
all my inner thoughts, honestly. Um, and so basically, like, pulls Zoe into her room, and we don't know really what they talked about, just that, like, she, like, I guess trauma dumped to Zoe about why she needed to eat this ramen.
About why she needed to eat that ramen.
Yep.
Huh.
Something about, like, not having food or something, whatever,
How
which
is
isn't the
that
first
her
time she's done it.
problem?
Right? And Zoe is also very drunk. And I know Zoe is drunk because she also loses like a little bit sense of personal space when she's drunk, which I don't care. I love her.
Yeah.
Like she can invade my personal space if she wants. I don't care. Because both her and Talia do that.
Yeah.
And I think it's adorable because Talia gets super huggy when she's drunk. I had literally never hugged her until she was drunk that one time. And she was like, hugs. I was like, oh my God, I love you.
Oh.
She's like the sweetest thing. She's just as short as her mom, too.
Oh
I'm the
my
tallest
god.
roommate before Karen came in. I was the tallest, which really says something.
You guys are so short.
Yeah, I know. And oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Started thinking about how short we all are. Oh, so Zoe comes out and she's like telling us what happened. She's lying to me again. There's no way. Because Karen has told us first, one thing, that her father has stolen all of their money and taken off on them. Could be true, could not be true. We don't know. We don't care. That her mom is on crack and spends their paychecks on crack.
Ooh.
Which I met her mom. Her mom is a sweet little short little old Asian lady, very much not on crack. She's told us like a lot of different things. She says she goes to college, but I really don't believe that because I've never seen her leave the house.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Um, there's one phrase that she uses frequently that really pisses me off because it feels like her way of saying like sorry,
No.
not sorry. She says sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh, I hate that. I actually hate that.
After every text message when we're arguing with her.
Uh,
Even worse, she uses words, big words, incorrectly.
oh, that is a huge pet peeve of mine.
Like, don't try and sound smart if you're not smart. I'm sorry, but don't. Like, if I don't know a word, I'm not going to use it. Okay.
Valid.
And
And
after
same.
she used some of these words, I had to look them up, make sure I wasn't the one that was wrong. Because what if
Oh
I was the one who didn't know what it meant? And then I was like, that's not right.
no, you were right. It's just her
Nope, I
that's
was
not.
right. I was right. I I'm not gonna brag. Okay, I'm bragging a little bit, but like in a humble way.
Do it.
I am very, I guess, well learned would be the way to say it, because I grew up reading and writing. So, like, the English language, while it does sometimes fail me while I'm speaking, is there. And I know words when I read them, and I know how to use words that are bigger and like most people don't know. Like, a lot of times in my life, I've used a word and people are like, what does that mean? You know?
Yeah.
Which isn't like everyone's stupid. It's just that my hobby let me learn a little more. Like, like certain hobbies come with certain vocabulary. I'm just gonna say that.
Me writing fan fiction when I was in middle school and high school.
I only wrote fan fiction once, and it was for a school assignment. It was for my creative writing class that we had to write fan fiction.
Oh my
Because
god.
we had a whole section on fan fiction, like a whole like learning section.
I love that.
But I've never written fan fiction because I've always been so absorbed in writing my own books.
I just have no originality. I need the characters already out and real in the world.
It's okay, I get it. So valid.
I was just gonna say none of this fan fiction is available to well, that's not true. Nobody's ever gonna
All of
find
it's
it though.
available to me. No, I'm just kidding.
If you wanted it, it's probably really bad. Actually, there's one I was so proud of, and I won like an award for it on Wattpad. No, I think I
Oh?
won 2 awards for it on Wattpad, and I was so proud of it. And then I went back and read it. I was like, "What is this?"
Oh my god, I find some of my old notebooks from when I was like 10 and 11, and I'm like, wow. You want to know something funny? My
Yes, tell
parents
me.
used to read my stories all the time,
Oh
right?
no.
And one time they asked me why my parents always die in the
Oh my
stories.
god.
And I was like,
Hey,
they
it
don't
just
always
happens.
die. And then my dad was like, no, I always die. I was like, yeah, the dad always dies. We need character development somehow.
Oh god.
Yeah. Anyway, the point was that I'm well learned compared to some people. There are definitely people smarter than me,
I feel that, but it's
but when people
okay.
use words incorrectly, it drives me mad, like absolutely mad. And the last thing I'll say about this roommate, will it be the last thing? No, I'll probably bring up stuff like later on in other episodes. But the last thing I'll say this time is that we have two group chats. We have a group chat with all the roomies, and then we have the group chat that's just me, Lucy, and Zoe. Because we don't want to bother Talia with all of that while she's studying abroad. Like, we don't want to be that person that's like, all
Yeah.
this horrible stuff is happening because she took over your lease, because that's not she had no control over it.
Yeah. Don't wanna
Um,
make her feel bad for something that's not her fault.
exactly. And the name of the group chat that's just the three of us, not all the roommates, is Women Against Dishwashing with a little salute emoji.
Oh my god.
Because when the first time that Karen ever washed her dishes, she used a dishwasher. Fine,
Mm.
whatever. Also, by the way, we had to teach her that you have to use detergent pods in the dishwasher.
Oh
She had
god.
just been dry running that, so that's fun for like weeks. Um, which she only ever does the dishes sometimes. Which, by the way, there's dishes in the sink right now that are hers that she left before she went to spring break.
Oof.
Drive me absolutely freaking crazy. Okay. Anyway, one of them's even my bowl. Okay, sorry, that's not the point. Anyway, just thinking about it, it's making me angry. What was I gonna even say? I got sidetracked. Oh, the group chat. So she used the dishwasher, and the dishwasher's so loud, like incredibly loud for no reason. And she puts like one or two dishes in the dishwasher and runs it, and it's like
That's
such
such
a
a waste of
waste.
water.
She wastes a lot of stuff. Food, water, electric. When she went on spring break, she locked her door but left her light on in her room
Oh my
the
god.
whole time she was gone. Which electricity bill, rip. Um, but yeah, so we were like talking in the group chat. It's like 2 in the morning. The dishwasher is going like clonk 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 clonk.
Oh
And we're texting in the group chat.
no.
We're like, wow, we really hate the dishwasher. Then one of my roommates said, "Women against dishwashing." I was like, new group chat name, and so now that's our group chat name. But yeah, that's that's my story for now. It's ongoing, so to be
Yeah.
updated.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Like that's I say, like, I feel like even though I've had like meh roommate situations, I feel like it's nothing like what you guys are going through right now.
I
Like,
was
I just
talking to my
really feel
roommates
so
about
bad
it.
for you guys.
No, you really should though. I feel
I
bad for us.
do, I do.
Lucy, Zoe, and I were talking about like my past roommates and then the current roommate, and one of them said, "Girl, you need a full soul cleanse." Because in the span, I'm gonna bring this into perspective. In the span, I moved here in August,
Yeah.
right? The day I moved here, I got into a car accident, right? I finally got a new car, right? I get a stalker.
Mhm. Yeah,
I
yeah.
finally deal with that stalker. We get the roommate.
You are like a magnet for bad luck. Did you break a mirror or something before you moved? I just need to know.
No, this is just a continuation of the bad luck. I had plenty of bad luck. You know what? Actually, I think it took a pause while I was in Japan. Except for I got sick once and that's it.
Oh,
Like there was not really anything big that happened that was bad in while I was in Japan. Now before I went to Japan, that's another story. It took a little pause and now it's all hitting me at once.
oh god.
Yeah. The first like week I got back from Japan, I got heat stroke
Oh,
from the sun in Arizona.
ooh.
Yeah. But yeah, bad luck all around. I do need a soul cleanse, just full body soul cleanse.
I do think that you need one. I
I
think I
really
can
do.
agree on this.
I'm really scared, but also excited for the trip that I'm gonna take because I hope that my bad luck decides to take a pause and all hits me after the trip. I'm okay with that.
I hope that you don't have any bad luck on this trip either because I
You'll be involved.
don't need any. I don't need any. Thank you. Appreciate it in advance for you not bringing that shit over here.
Yeah, I probably won't. Probably. No, I'm still in the midst of the roommate bad luck, so I don't think it's gonna hit like, you know what I mean?
Oh, I got you. One
Like
thing
I
at a
feel like
time.
this has to end. Well, two things at a time. Me not getting hours is the other thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's usually like one major thing and then little things with it. Major thing right now is already has already happened, is happening, is currently a thing. And I don't think this is gonna like end until after like we move out. So I think I have a little grace period, for lack
Yeah.
of better words. Yeah, because yeah, yeah. My
Yeah.
mom apologizes to me for naming me Grace because of how incredibly unlucky and ungraceful I am.
It happens.
She thinks I she thinks that she jinxed it.
Oh god.
Yeah, which is so valid, honestly. Any other roommate situations you wish to speak on?
Honestly, I don't really have any because like the roommates that I have now are just so good, you
Mm,
know?
I like your roommates. I've only talked to them a little bit, but
Yeah, like I have really good roommates and I really appreciate them. And yeah, they're way better than any roommates that I've had previously. And they're just
that's
great.
good.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot to add a bad luck thing, and there was my computer bursting into flames.
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew there was a gap in there somewhere
I was about to
between me
say
getting
that.
my new car and then the roommate. No,
Yeah.
between and then I lost a job somewhere in there. Yeah. So anyway,
Just bad luck all around, really.
it's not allowed to happen on my birth week. It's not
No,
allowed.
we fight if it happens on your birth week. Not each other, but
Just
like
God.
the universe. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll fight God.
Me too. Why not? Down for
Why
a
not?
little fist fight.
I'm always down for a little fist fight.
Yeah.
I was in a mood the other day where it was like I really just wanted somebody to like try me.
You were ready to fight.
I was that person who like in middle school I got into a lot of fights, and I mean a lot. I never started them, to be fair, but I was picked on, like bullied, so like people would like try and beat me up. Often fail because I've had self-defense classes. Um I sustained a lot of injuries from that stuff too, but I was that person where like if I was having a bad week and somebody decided to pick a fight with me, I would like smile and like that stance with the open hands when you're getting ready.
Yeah.
That scary like that was me. I was ready. Tie my hair
Honestly,
back.
as you should be.
Yeah. There was I think the worst fight I ever got into. I had like a bottom locker when we used to have lockers. So I
Yeah.
had to like kneel down to open my locker and get my stuff out and someone decided that they were going to try and choke me out.
Oh.
And they had like caught like the bottom of my jaw with like their arm and I ended up biting into their arm so hard that they needed several stitches. And I consider that as I won because I bit down on them, they stumbled back, and I ended up like slamming them into the locker and they were done. They decided that that was all they needed.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, love that for you though.
I also went to like middle school in like a very like unsafe town. I'll say that, I guess.
uh
Like it like students were fighting teachers type thing. So
feel that. You know, when
like
I was in
the
high school, like I feel like every single day we were having a bomb threat called in, so we would have to go to like the outdoor stadium and just sit there for over an hour every single day. It's just like,
oh
okay,
god.
all right.
Yeah, it was a crazy time.
We love it.
Yeah, I think this might be TMI, but I don't really care either. So I don't care. I'll put this out on the internet. um, my last day in middle school was when I was on my period. I used to be like sweats and like baggy t-shirt person. So I was on my
Yeah,
period and I was asking the teacher to go to the bathroom. I had like light colored blah, 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 what are those called? Sweats on.
yeah.
And I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. Like I told her I had like was having my period, blah, blah. She didn't care. She wouldn't let me go. And when I finally like was able to go, mess. It was a mess.
Oh,
And so I called my mom and she arrived at the school and I don't think I've ever seen teachers flee that fast. My mom was that mom that if anything happened, she would show up at the school and it would be the teacher's fault most of the time. And
yeah.
she would put them in their place. So the moment they saw her walking through the halls looking for the principal, I could see several teachers flee. And I mean flee. My
How
mom
should
like
we?
locked in onto the principal, strut right up to her, finger in the face, screaming at her.
Honestly, some teachers need it. Not teachers, but like even
Absolutely.
like principals.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. He needed it. And she was upset because I had gone to the nurse's office for a change of pants and they said they couldn't do anything for me.
Uh,
They said just to like wrap something around your waist or something.
no.
And so my mom's livid, like yelling at this teacher, pointing in his face. Yeah, it's a crazy time. But the teachers were scared of my mom, and that's all that matters.
Honestly. Oh my god. That's honestly that's wild.
Yeah, my life has been a wild one, not gonna lie. You know what really scarred me after that, personally, and really
What?
affected the development of my academic success
Oh
is
no.
that they tried to put me into an all girls private school and they invited me in to come shadow a girl for a week.
Uh-huh.
And the first day I was there, I spent the whole day there with the shadow. I was loving it. I was so excited because like the classrooms were like 6 or 7 people. Like in total, the school was like 15 people. Like it was a very, very small
Oh,
girls only
very
school,
tiny. Yeah, yeah.
like tuition high type thing. But my parents were prepared to pay for it. Like my grandparents were prepared to help.
Yeah.
And at the end of the shadowing day, they pulled me aside and said that they never had planned on letting me in the first place
Oh, what the fuck?
and that they had no room. And that crushed me as a little girl. Crushed me. And then I spent the next year homeschooled, which was even worse because I didn't see anyone but my family for like a whole year.
Oh,
And within that year,
no.
my parents got a divorce.
Oh, no.
That's when the bad luck started, honestly. That
Blame it
was
on
the
the parent
start.
divorce, honestly.
I started blaming it with the middle school, and then
You know
it,
what?
like,
Fair enough.
slowly and mom, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry that I'm laying out your dirty laundry, but, um, my mom, I think, often blames herself for, like, my developmental delays later on after, like, because like, I got hit with, like, severe mental issues, like, severe, and I thought that was gonna be my life. Like, I feel fine now, I feel great now, but I thought that was gonna be my life, and I think my mom really thought it was her fault, and I think she might still believe that it's her fault, but
No.
I think she honestly did the best that she could have done in that situation.
Yeah,
She she did an amazing job. There was a very short amount of time where she broke down about the divorce, which is understandable. She thought he was gonna be her life partner.
yeah,
Like, she has the room to have those emotions without having to blame herself at the same time, because she did nothing wrong.
absolutely. I love how our, boba break has turned into a therapy session. Much needed.
I know, I feel like this is probably gonna happen a lot because I have a lot of things to say, alright? And
Honestly,
I
I
I
feel
think
that.
my mom honestly needs to watch this. I think she needs to hear this because I think she thinks as well that me telling her that is just me trying to make her feel better, but I'm putting it out there. It's the truth. This is how it happened. It was never her
Yeah,
fault and never will be.
yeah.
Everything that's happening is just a series of events that she could not have foreseen or stopped.
Honestly, just send her
The link.
the
Just the
link.
audio clip. Just this little audio clip.
Mom, just listen to this.
Yeah, this you need to hear this. But yeah, if you can't tell, I love my mom, guys.
Honestly, moms are so great.
Moms are great. I love your mom. Your mom's amazing
Oh my
too.
god.
I'm afraid that you guys are gonna make me cry at least once or twice during this trip.
Oh, see, maybe, not on purpose, you
Well,
know?
my last few birthdays have been, like, really not that good.
Oh, 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 we might make you cry then.
Yeah, yeah. I told you about what happened, right? It was, like, I think it was my 18th birthday. My friends were all out of town, and so I decided to invite a coworker over, and then she got really drunk, and a lot of bad things happened, and I had to call, like, the fire department because I thought she was dying of
Oh my
alcohol poisoning.
god.
That didn't
No,
end
you
great,
be better.
and then she didn't remember anything the next day.
Well, Imma be real with you. I'm old, I can't drink like that, so
I don't wanna drink like that. I can't drink like that.
I mean, we're gonna be doing, we're doing a, stream for your birthday, and we're gonna be
Mhm.
doing some shots, but I'm personally not planning on getting, drunk.
I don't wanna get drunk. I wanna get, like, to that point of tipsy where you're kinda swaying, maybe, like, I don't wanna be blackout or anything. That sounds
Yeah,
like a horrible time, actually.
that sounds like absolutely not fun.
Yeah, I absolutely 100% agree. I haven't blacked out in many, many years.
Yeah.
We're pretending that I am old enough to drink, already. So, I'm just gonna say it. I think I've blacked out twice ever, and that was the end of my party phase. I'm good. The last time I got really, really drunk was not the last party that my roommates had, but the party before that, because
I
I
remember
drank, like, a Four
this.
Locos, and then those, like, boom boxes?
Yeah.
I had 2 of those. I had a Four Locos, like the big one, not the small one,
Oh my god,
and then several shots of soju, and it all hit me at once while I was sitting in my room.
that's not good,
It
not
was when
good.
it was when I was trying to do Midas's, like, Discord too, and he was
I
like, "We can do
remember
this when you're
this.
sober," and I was like, "No, now I have to prove myself."
I have to prove I can do this now. It's
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
It's okay, Grace. It's alright.
I don't even have to prove it to anyone else. I have to prove it to myself that I'm capable of doing this slammed.
Oh my god.
You can tell how much I've had to drink and how drunk I am by, like, the different phases. Pretty much no matter what I drink, I have phases. We have the starting phase, which is snacking phase. I'm tipsy.
Mhm.
Maybe getting a little there. And then I have the side quest phase where I get these little side quests in my head and I have to do them. I literally have to do them or they will bother me. And then after that is the antagonizing phase. So I have to antagonize people that I don't like. Like if I don't like you, I will do something antagonistic. I will like the last not the last party, but the party before there was this one guy who kept going on and on about like how chai tea is just tea because chai means tea and like how you're supposed to make chai tea or tea and like you're not supposed to boil it with water, you're supposed to boil it with milk and you're not supposed to add milk on top of the water tea. And so I made watery chai tea and then put milk on top of it. I never even drank it. I found it in my room the next day. I literally only did it to piss him off.
Just wanted to prove a point that it doesn't matter.
After that phase, I have no idea because that's when I'm blackout.
Oh god. Yeah,
Yeah.
listen, I can't allow you to get blackout at my house because
I
I don't
don't
feel
want
like
to.
cleaning rugs.
You know what? I actually really don't throw up that often. And if I do, I make it to the toilet. I'm at least good at that.
Good to know.
But if I don't plan on throwing up or doing anything of that sort.
Great. I'm glad.
The funny thing is that each of these phases overlap. So my snacking and side quest phase overlap it for a little bit, and then my side quest and antagonistic phase overlap a little bit. So there's like a point in time where I'm doing these little side quests and then making sure to bother as many people that I don't like as possible. Or like when it's a snacking and side quest phase mixed together, I'm most of my side quests includes finding a snack or making a snack. So
As it
there
should
you go.
be.
You got the insight.
Good, good. Good to know. I will plan accordingly.
Wonderful. You're like, I'll have snacks.
Pretty much. Oh my god.
Yeah. I only plan to drink a little bit though. I don't really want to have to recover. Especially not
Good.
because we're getting tattoos the next day. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
think I want to have like max 4 drinks. But I'm also not a lightweight. Like I'm a heavyweight. I have to drink a lot to get drunk. So,
yeah. I mean, also we're doing fun things, we're gonna have like your party and I mean it's not gonna be like a super like party. It's gonna be like a me and my mom are throwing you a birthday party.
no, I knew what it meant the whole time. I never had any other expectation.
Good. Good.
I don't
Just
want
making
to
sure.
throw a house party. That's good. I'm good. That sounds
Okay,
like too much.
perfect. Because
I
the kind
think
of
you don't
person
realize how alike we are.
No, I definitely do. I just had to throw that out there, like, hey, just to let you know.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
especially because I
Yeah.
work the day I get back from that trip.
Oh
So, in
god.
the morning. In the morning. So,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry too, man, for myself. 'Cause also in hindsight, like, looking at this flight, it was a great idea at the time, saved me money, but now I'm looking at the time that I have to fly out, and I'm like, "I'm gonna hate myself."
Oh god, why?
The flight
Why?
literally takes off at 1 AM.
Oh. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Going to
I
the
landed a
airport
reasonable time
again.
for you to pick me up, though,
Yeah.
because I have a 4.5-hour layover in Atlanta.
We love
So,
it.
yeah. I'm just gonna be living in the airport for a while.
Well, to be fair, the airport, in my like, where I live, it's only, like, 5 minutes from my house, so
Solid.
yeah. It's very close, and it's also a very tiny airport. It's not very big.
Yeah, I imagine that it's probably like the one that in New Mexico that I used to fly to. It's, like, super tiny. It's, like, 1 gate.
Yeah, there's, like, a couple of gates at ours, but it's, like it's so, so tiny. And I used to think that it was massive until I actually flew, and I flew into an airport in Texas. I was like, "Oh, okay. Everything really is bigger in Texas, I guess."
Yeah, I'm not excited to fly out of the airport I'm flying out of here. I'm not gonna name the airport because
Oh.
that will dox me, but it's a very, very large airport,
Yeah.
like, hundreds
Ooh,
of gates large.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, when I go on vacation, I'm flying into a airport that is very, very large, and I am not excited about that.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm good.
But yeah, you know, it happens. Whatever.
It happens. Honestly, I also think this is probably a good place to end it because we are almost at 2 hours. Whittled
Yeah,
down a little bit because I have some editing to do.
that's
It
true.
won't be as bad, but
It's okay.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
It's okay. We can keep talking anyway. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Next time, I don't know what our next episode is going to be, but we are going to ask for stories. If anyone has any personal stories, pretty much of anything, I think we'll just read them at the beginning, like I did with my coworker story. It happened to correlate this time with our theme, but it doesn't always have to. Like we will
Yeah.
tell any story.
Yeah.
And you can email us because we have an email now. Look, we're prepared now.
Ooh.
It's podcast.boba.break@gmail.com.
So professional.
I know, right? We're amazing. So feel free to email any of your stories there. We check them before we do each podcast. Well, at least I did.
Yes.
I'll check them. I'm like running that at this point, but it's okay because I know what I'm doing. No, I don't. That's a lie. Anyway,
It happens. It happens. We're
yeah,
figuring
it's
it out.
okay.
It's a learning process.
I'm sure we'll get like a good script down eventually. For now, it's a word vomit.
Yeah. Hey, it turns into something good. That's all that matters.
As long as y'all like it, that's all that matters. Anyways, we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.